What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kinda Crafty Beer Reviews. Today we have a pretty special episode, I'd say. We're going to be taking a look at the Scotch Ale, otherwise known as the Wee Heavy, which was my nickname in junior high, if you remember.
He was just a Wee Heavy.
I was just a Wee Heavy. Yeah, so we have three different beers for you. We got the Old Chub, which comes from Oskar Blues, the same brewery that did the coconut porter.
They named it after you too, huh?
Yeah.
You got the Old Chub.
Yeah, all of these could be named after me. The next one's Dirty Bastard. That's more you, I think.
Yeah.
It actually kind of looks like you. Look at that on the bottle. We'll get a close-up of that later. So yeah, the Old Chub from Oskar Blues. We got the Dirty Bastard from Founders, and then we're finishing off with the Icelandic Wee Heavy from Einstok. So
I'm pretty excited for this Old Chub right here, dude. I want to see what this one tastes like.
You've had a few Old Chubs in your day, right?
Oh boy. We're already starting.
Not only do they all look delicious, they all sound delicious, but they're all strong as hell. So Old Chub's coming in at 8%, pretty respectable. Dirty Bastard's coming in at 8.5, dirty indeed. And the Wee Heavy is coming in at 8 as well, I believe. Yeah, 8. So
the Old Chub's made by the Oskar Blues company. And it's the same people that made the coconut porter that we had on the porter episode that we did, and that was delicious. So.
Yeah, we had actually never had an Oskar Blues beer before. We had another Scotch Ale in line for this episode, and then I came across this bad boy, and I had to replace it with that at the last minute, just because that coconut porter was so good. So yeah, props to Oskar Blues. They made a believer out of me.
Where are they out of, dude? They're out of, let's see if it says. Oh, Colorado, USA.
Yeah, I think you said Colorado.
It says so right there on the can.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I said that last time, too.
So you want to start with the Old Chub?
Yeah, we're going to start with the Old Chub.
So we'll go Old Chub, Dirty Bastard, and then finish off with the Wee Heavy.
Okay, where's Founders out of? Let's see, we got...
Yeah, sure.
The hell, I got to fucking search this can, or this bottle real quick. Oh, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Michigan, that's
I'm assuming
kind of the heartland of beer there.
Oh, yeah.
And Einstok is out of Akureyri, Iceland. They are actually very close to the Arctic Circle. I forget how close, but the water that they use for their beer is actually melted glaciers. So that's kind of a cool little.
Yeah, I've had a few of those beers. I haven't had this one, but I've had a couple of their beers, and they're really good.
Yeah, they're pretty
and Founders,
awesome.
of course, I think everybody knows who Founders is. If you don't, then you should try it because they have a lot of good beers.
Yeah, Founders is like the granddaddy of craft beer. Everything those guys touch is just cool.
All right, dude, let's get to this Old Chub.
Let's do it. All right.
Well, this one's out of Colorado, and it's Old Chub Scotch Ale. Let's smell it.
Oh, it smells really good.
It smells delicious.
It smells very boozy.
Yeah.
You can tell that's 8%. It also smells very sweet.
Very caramely.
Yeah, very caramely, very malty.
It's got a little fruit.
So I get like some toffee.
Yeah, some toffee.
Smells. Yeah.
Maybe like a dry fruit, like a little bit like a prune, huh?
I have a feeling this is going to be a lot sweeter than I thought it was going to be. I was thinking it was going to be a little more smoky.
Yeah, it's not as smoky as I thought it was going to be either.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, let's give it a shot, dude.
Let's drink this on, bitch.
Cheers.
Cheers. That was good.
Oh, man.
It's like a sweet coffee.
Oskar, what are you doing, bro? Dude, how have we not heard of this brewery before?
I don't know, but they got it down to a science so far.
That's really good. You got a good amount of lacing on the glass.
On the end.
Yeah, it's a little smoky, a little woodsy.
Yeah, seeing as it's a Scotch Ale, I was thinking it was going to be really smoky, but
yeah, real sweet, caramelly.
At the very end, it's got a little smoke to it. It's really good. Really sweet. A light coffee flavor.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, all around delicious.
Well, we got a 6-pack of these, so
I'll drink a couple of these Old Chubs.
I feel like you drink just a couple of them. They're probably gonna put you down. Yeah, those some bitches are boozy, man.
They're delicious.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, on to the next one, huh?
Hang on, I want a little bit more of this.
Oh, you son of a bitch, you sneaky bastard.
Go ahead,
He's always on his own.
Go ahead and switch.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna taste something. Don't be a fucking hog.
Damn, Man, that's freaking good, man.
Man, Oskar Blues, man, you get some good beers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look.
They're a little pricier though, huh?
They are a little pricey. This one actually wasn't too bad. This one was about what you'd expect. The coconut porters were a little more expensive.
It is boozy though. It's delicious.
Yeah, this is a sipping beer. This is not like a party beer at all.
All right, on to the next one.
I just want to get you in trouble. All right, so Founder's Dirty Bastard. This is the strongest of the three, 8.5. None of them are lightweights by any means, but this one is the strongest.
The stronger
and,
the
so
better.
far.
At least that's what she always says.
To who?
Me.
I don't think that means what you think it means. But right off the bat, darker than the old Chub. A little bit.
It's
a little darker.
more amberish color, I guess you'd say, like a dark amber.
And you know what? The smell isn't as strong. I get a lot of booze, and I get a lot of caramel and...
Smells similar, more smoke maybe, a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it smells similar, but the old Chub had a stronger smell, I think.
Yeah, it's a little lighter, but I think I get a little bit more booze and a little bit more smoke.
I was gonna say this one smells more boozy. I'm getting a little bit of smoke, but yeah,
Can I drink it now?
a little more smoke. Are you asking my permission?
Well, you take a long time on the nose sniff. So.
Do I? All right, let's do it.
All right.
Cheers. Oh, way more smoky.
Oh yeah,
a lot more smoky. Yeah, so the Oskar Blues is definitely sweeter.
Yeah, for sure.
More
100%.
caramel, more toffee. This one more smoky, more boozy. That 0.5%, you can really tell.
I think there's a little bit more bitterness to it.
A little bit.
Not a lot. Similar in taste, actually. Similar in taste.
I think they're all going to be pretty similar.
Not as sweet, and not. I think this one's a little bit more like a smoky coffee.
Yeah, and this one has more of that woodsy, like barrel aged type of flavor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This one is more similar to a Scotch. So if you're buying a Scotch ale, hoping that it's going to remind you of Scotch, go with this guy. So far, we haven't tried the last one, obviously, but this one to me reminds me more of a Scotch.
Now, if you want a really good, sweet a beer, that other fucking, what is it, Oskar Blues? They got some good beer, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's still really good. It's just very different.
And that
but similar yet different at the same time somehow.
And that is how he got his nickname.
What?
Jack.
I'm trying to enjoy it. These are fancy.
We know we're gonna drink these bottles after we're done.
I know.
We're gonna enjoy the shit out of them. We gotta look manly as hell as we do them.
Well, one of us has that down.
I know, but I can't hold up this whole team. Does it count as a team if it's only 2 people?
I think so.
I think so.
I think it's like a dynamic duo.
I like that.
That's what they would call it. Batman, Robin.
I think more like Batman, Penguin.
Penguin? Alright, last but not least, the Einstok Icelandic Wee Heavy. So I didn't actually notice this when I bought it, but it is a Scottish ale brewed with angelica root and smoked Icelandic barley.
Ooh,
so it's got a little something extra in this one.
Is this Scotch or is this a bourbon? Beer.
Huh? Scotch.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's beer. But another thing that I also noticed that when you put this can side by side with the Old Chub's a little bit taller, and I looked. And this can is a little smaller.
Don't tell me they're cheating us.
It's only 11.2 fluid ounces, so they rob you of 0.8 ounces.
Sons of bitches.
So I'm gonna say right off the bat, I love Einstok. It's a good brewery.
But they're cheating.
They lost some points, so this better be a damn impressive beer.
But on another note, they made up some points because they got a badass beer can.
They do.
That Viking on the beer can is bad to the bone.
All right.
And if you keep working hard enough, John, maybe one day your beard will look that good.
Well, one can only hope.
Ooh,
smells good.
Smells good.
Smells a little. I get a little more fruit in this one than the other ones.
Yeah, like a more pruny.
Not a whole lot of smoke, maybe a little bit. It smells really sweet.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more like the old Chub.
A couple of the beers I've had from Einstok are really sweet.
It also.
Smells good though. It smells real similar.
Yeah, it smells really similar to the old Chub. Very sweet, very
Yeah.
caramel, toffee, those kind of flavors.
Well, Daddy can't wait too long. So
yeah, I'm excited for this one. Let's try it.
Ooh, that's really good.
Oh, I like that one.
That's like the perfect in-between beer.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not as sweet as the old Chub, but it's not as smoky as the Dirty Bastard. It's literally right down the center.
Dude, if you karate chop my table one more time, don't do it. I've seen him karate chop things before.
Usually it's like salami.
They just split right in half. I'm just kidding.
My hand? My hand has split in half a couple times.
This guy has the brittlest bones of
Shut
anybody.
Don't be spreading lies about me.
Dude, your bones are so brittle.
My bones are strong as hell.
Since I've known him, he's broken like 3 bones.
That's not that many. 3 bones?
Dude,
And you say since you've known me for like 25 years.
Hey,
That's not.
hold on. That doesn't matter. How many bones have I broken?
That's because you live in a bubble. You're like Jake Gyllenhaal. You never go outside. You don't take any risks.
Oh, god dang.
If you took some risks, maybe you'd break some bones like a man. Like me.
Well, damn.
What do you think of this beer?
It's really fucking
Jake
good.
Gyllenhaal? You like it?
Yes, I do. And I think I'm going to have
You think there's any germs in this beer?
Well, if there are, I'm going to find out. I might croak right now.
I like it. I liked all of them, though. They were all good. This is going to be really tough because these were super close, not only in...
Yeah, but there's always a number 1, buddy.
That's true.
There is always a number 1, and he is sitting to the right. The left, if you're looking on us.
I'm just not going to add anything to that. I think that you said all that needed to be said on that one. No, they're
to my right.
They're really close in both how good they are, but also
I'm not gonna
their
wait for them to
flavors.
finish.
You know what I'm saying? Like their flavors are very similar, but also they're all really good.
They're all delicious, dude. I love me a Scotch Ale.
Yeah.
I think these are actually the first ones I've had.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a beer that I don't know a whole lot about. I'm not that familiar with them. I've had a few in the past, but it's not like really a go-to for me. But it's really good.
So this is an Icelandic beer, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was reading it was just talking about Viking history in Scotland.
Well, because it's a Scottish ale.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That is a good beer. Einstok, you did it right on this one.
You ready to do final picks?
Oh yeah, dude. Am I first again?
Yeah, you can. It's kind of tradition at this point. We gotta redo that whole thing now.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. I can't leave that in the video. You gotta scare off the viewers.
Don't interrupt my review.
All right, I'll stay quiet.
Whew, this one's a tough one. Really tough. But that's tough. All right. From best to great. From best to my least favorite. Oh, Founders. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, if we're going on our artwork, Founders and Einstok all the way. But if we're going on flavor, Einstok had it they had like the perfect in-between flavor to me. And on this one, I actually preferred you'd notice a lot, I prefer a little bit of the sweeter beers. And Old Chub and the, what is it, Oskar Blues. They're they're phenomenal, and they have a really, really good beer. But most of it so far is really sweet. But if I'm just having a couple, because they're super strong like these ones, it's going to be second place. And then Founders is a close third. And like I said, it's based on, it could be different a different day, but today, Einstok took the win.
Yeah, this is a tough one, dude. This is probably the closest one we've done. Like even the porter video, all those porters were fantastic, but there was a clear winner in my mind. There was one that I liked better, and it didn't necessarily mean that was the best. It was just the one that I personally liked better. This is even closer than that because they are so similar. It's such a very distinct style of beer.
Oh yeah.
And I agree with you for the most part, but
oh, he just got to switch one little thing.
I think I do, man. I think I do. I think I like the Old Chub better.
Oh.
I gotta say, man, I don't know. It was a little on the sweet side.
As you can tell, he likes the sweets.
But it was a little on the sweet side, but in a good way. It was a nice rounded sweetness, you know, nice, like an Irish red or something, you know, that's a sweet beer, but it doesn't detract from the overall flavor. It actually adds to it. And that's how I feel. So I think that the Old Chub was my favorite. Followed very closely by the Einstok, and followed very closely by the Founders. This is how you know these are some damn good beers, when Founders comes in third place.
Yeah.
Because Founders is legit. So.
And I love me some Founders.
Yeah.
Please don't frown upon this. But.
Yeah, the Dirty Bastard was amazing. And this probably would have took first in a lot of other, like.
We all get beat every once in a while. John knows it. He knows it well. But.
Sometimes we beat ourselves.
Beat them hard.
Speaking of that, I'm going to have a little Old Chub.
Oh, and I'm going to have me some Einstok because it is delicious.
Yeah, these are damn good beers.
And you notice it's going to go right back into the order that we found it in.
So there you have it, guys. 3 Scotch Ales or Wee Heavies, whatever you prefer to call them. What do you guys think about this style of beer? Have you tried it? It's not a very well-known style of beer. I don't think that many people really try it unless you're a little more on the adventurous side. They're worth a shot, I'd say.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
They're really good, especially if you are a Scotch drinker or even like a whiskey drinker or a cocktail kind of guy.
If you like porters or stouts, they're a little boozier and a little lighter, but they're delicious.
Yeah, very, very good. They're a little bit harder to find, but I think the ratio of good beers that you'll find doing Scotch Ales is a little higher because not a lot of breweries are going to tackle this unless they know what they're doing. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. That's so good.
I don't know how you have that one beaten Einstok though.
Try it, dude. It's fucking delicious.
I'll try it.
You don't trust my glass or what?
I don't know. Last time you got me freaking out of herpes for 3 weeks.